Hello, Stamper. Welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm France Martin, independent demonstrator with Stamping Up at frenchiestamps.com in the US. Today, I'm going to share a telescope, or it can be a 3D also, whatever you want to call it, with the greatest adventure, the train. See how deep that is? So it is very thick. I would recommend to check with your postmaster if you mail it. I'm thinking it's going to fit. Uh, it's going to take an extra postage, I would think, due to the thickness, not because it's heavy, just due to the thickness, but it does fit in a regular envelope. Let me show you here a regular envelope. I have to open a new package here. Sorry about that. Okay, so you see, it's still going to fit in a regular envelope. It's just that it is there. It's going to be very bulky. So I'm pretty sure it's going to take extra postage. So I'm going to share the 3D and then a simple one also. So let me share the difference. So you see, this is 4 layers, really. It's one piece of cardstock, but it's the 4 layers. And this one, it's coming out. And this one, it's going in. So it's the same, it's just decide which way you're going to start. This one here, I had started with this one, and I put 2 layers of the dimensional instead of 3, so those two are flat. Okay, let me share with you. We're going to use the glass mat. Now, the glass mat, it's available to everybody. Last spring, it was just available to people joining the Stamping Up team. Now, it's available to everybody, but while supplies last. It come with the glass mat. It come with that rubber silicone thing. You can put your block, ink spot. I like this part. Some people like to use that to wipe their brush. For me, I like it to put my ink pad there and see it stop the shaking all over. So we're going to use a different color here. And also it come with a chamois. It's the same fabric than our big chamois that we got, but very thin. So it's like a chamois towel. This I absolutely love. So let's get started. I like to stamp the image first. Again, this is the stamp set Greatest Adventure. It's a new online exclusive released in July 2024. All online exclusive, it's while supplies last. Now, if you struggle to do like a sponging background and such, the glass mat gonna make a big difference in your take. Trust me on that. So this one, we're going to do two-tone, just share how simple it is. I'm using balmy blue, and you see here, I just hold it a little bit and the ink pad don't move all around. Now I'm going to go all around with the balmy blue. And you see, I start on the glass and then bring the color to the paper. While if you start on a scrap paper, you get a lot of time those blotch, okay? So this year, not only you don't have to ink as often, it really carry the ink very softly. So that's the big advantage to the glass mat. You always start on the glass mat and then and then keep on grabbing the ink that you get on your glass mat till you see it's not coming anymore. You pretty much use it all. Then we can go get more ink. So now see how smooth this is. It's very smooth. Now we're going to remove the balmy blue and we're going to go ahead with smoky slate. While the sample that I show you, it's all smoky slate. It was no blue. And I decide to just put blue on the top, and we're going to still keep that smoky slate in the bottom there. It's kind of a monochromatic color also, the other one. This one, I just add a little bit of blue. Now, if you get very different color, this one, blue to gray, wouldn't matter. But in case you do, you take your chamois towel and just clean your glass mat. Also, this is going to remove if you get adhesive on top. Now, this is kind of wet a little bit because you have to wet your towel, just like you would do the chamois, right? So I'm just going to take a rag to dry it because I want to use it. If you don't, if you keep it wet and use it right away, well, then you're going to have a smush of whatever, okay? Now I'm going to take smoky slate and we're just going to do the bottom and we're going to ombre this going up, meaning that it's going to be darker going to lighter. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to do the bottom. So you see, I'm going to just do the bottom. And then on the side, I'm just going to go up and now get more color. So then it's really coming down smooth. Now I'm going to keep on going. Now, again, I'm adding gray here, smoky slate. I don't want to start over here and going up because it would be very dark. I'm going to start more like about 3/4, quarter here on the side. Always start on your, I wanted to say scrap paper, on your glass mat. And then we're going to go up. Et voila. So now you see how just it's really blend very easy. Here I'm going to put a little bit more gray just because I feel I had heavy. I want to blend that just very smooth here. Here we go. Et voila. How simple that is. Now I see I'm a bit higher there than here. That's easy fix. I can go here and okay, we're going to stop fussing with that. And now to do the telescope or the 3D, whatever we call it, I'm using, you can use different shape. I did in the past with a square. I am using the stitch framelit. So if you get like the circle, just the plain circle, the decal circle, or the rectangle, whatever worked for you. And what I done, I started with the biggest one. I use the biggest one, skip one. That's this one. Use the next one, skip one, use the next one. And then we get this here. I pre-cut that to speed up the process. And, oops. It's time for new plates, I think. Okay, what I want to share with you, let's put that back together here. This, and then this. So now do you see that my circle, it's way bigger on the left, on the right side and smaller to the right. That I did that by purpose. I wanted like to focus, you know, like a focus going out. That's what I done there. Now, I personally, the more that I look at that, I really like the one that it's go in, right? It look cool. But then check the 3D because this is the front and the front of the caboose, it's closer to you. So we're going to do with the center, the closest. So it's the same way this or this. The only thing that you would do different, it's if you want this one like coming out, you start with that flat and then you're going to go 1, 2, and 3. This one we're going to start 3, 2, and 1, and 0, and watch how that's done. Okay, we're going to mount that on basic green, and I don't have it. Oh no, I want to do blue, this one. Okay, so we're going to do that on balmy blue. By the way, this is 5 1/4 by 4. I will have all measurement and all color that I use and such on my blog. You get the link right below. And the layer measure 5 by 3 3/4. So this one gonna go flat. So if you would go the other way, you would put 3 layers of dimensional. Now, talking about the dimensional, I like to use the sheet of dimensional. We got, the tiny dimensional, we got those one. Well, then I would have to add a lot and it would take more time. So I'm using the sheet of dimensional. Now, I bet many of you are going to say, why don't you use the strip? Because we already get the strip. If you feel the difference between the foam sheet and the strip are a little bit thicker. Not well, it's still, see, it's thicker and it's harder. They're stiffer. So I rather use the softer one because we're going 3 layers. So what I done, I just used my scissors and we just cut strips. So that's the reason why I'm not using the strip, because they're harder, and I like to have the softer for this. So then if you would start with this at the top coming like in the tunnel, then you would put your strip in the back here. Now in this case, this is going to go flat down. And where is my glue? Right here. So I'm going to use Tombow glue for this here. Well, maybe not. Here we go. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead. Both of them are about the same way. It's no one easier than the other. It's the same, okay? Now, this one here, so now we're going to go negative. So this is like negative. Now it's going to be 1. So I got the 1. And I'm using all the foam strip just because I want it's all here. I could use dimensional really. And see, I just use my scissors and cut whatever size that I need. So you start, we're going to call that negative because it's flat. And then you go 1, 2. While the other one, you would start 3. Then you would start counting down 2, 1, 0. Okay, now we're going to attach that one. So now I just matched this. I want to go off grid there. Here we go. Now we're going to go 2. And see, I was prepared to do the other way and then I switched my mind. So we're going to go 2. So I prepared them, put them together so you guys didn't have to watch me do all that. So now it's 2. Just one there. And you want to put a bit around just because you don't want it that it cave in, okay? And then there. I want to make sure it don't pass on this side. This one, it's iffy. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, make sure it's all removed. And we're going to match this. See, I was way off. You just match your design. And voila. See how it goes? So now it's pulling out. Now this one here, it's 3. Here we go. And right there. Et voila. See how cool that is? I don't know if the camera do justice. Now, this is going to get a mount on black. So you see I switch the blue because I went with the blue at the top to the gray. So we're going to be able to compare the difference, see what we like best. Now let's attach this to our card base. Now, because the card base, it's basic black, and I talk about that many times. Basic black, when it go in the mail or even not in the mail, after a while, it if you put just an insert and it get kind of rub or so on, the black want to tarnish inside. So I like to use a full insert. So my full insert measure 4 inch by 8 1/4 score at I just fold it in half. 8 1/4 going to be 4 1/8, and then voila. Let me measure twice to make sure here. Something seen that. Yeah, 8 1/4. You're going to score at 4 1/8, and the width it is 5 1/4. I was correct. Now when and here I just stamped partial of the caboose there in the train. Now I'm going to put just one little strip, not the whole thing, of adhesive. Put it right in the center. Close it. Now open this up, and then you can put just a little bit there, and you get an insert that it's not fully attached, just like usually when you buy a card at the store, it's like that. Now for the greeting, it's all from the stamp set. This one I got, I wish our pad cross more often. That would be a great card to send somebody just because, right? So I just stamp cut. Usually I don't even measure that. I hand cut. Now I'm going to put that on white. Oh, okay, that don't go, and that don't go there. Okay, I'm going to put it right there. Did I say put that on white? Put that on basic black. Now I just going to cut that right here. You could use your paper trimmer, but then I just go sideways, sideways. And I don't measure each side. It can be off a bit. I'm okay with that. I got a video tips with that. Now this is going to go here. So to match this one, it's 2. So I'm going to use 2-dimensional because I want it equal with that layer there. Oh, that was 1. Sorry, that's 1. That is 1. I got 1 right here because it's 0, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to put that in the back, just to the side, and then I'm going to mount that right here. Et voila. Now, the other one that I did, I'm going to mount that on, so this one's going to be very simple. We're going to stamp, I don't know where my other stamp went. So we're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting. Good luck on your new adventure. I'm going to put that right here. Voila. And I will put this one on. You know what? I'm not putting even another layer. So this one here, it's more like almost stamp on the go, right? A little bit of sponge, very little product use. I mean, you get white cardstock only. You get 3 coloring, black, smoky slate, and balmy blue. And then I got a layer for the inside. Sometimes I like to do white on white. The camera don't do justice, but voila. So very, oops, I had dirty finger. I'm going to erase that there. So voila, my friend. So now you got it, the pop-up or not pop-up with the blue and the gray. And this is all the gray different one. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, give me the thumbs up. I will have all supplies used right below, and the link to go to my blog. You can shop 24/7. Also, I will have measurement and all color that I use. Thank you so much. Till next time, happy stamping, my friend. Bye-bye for now.